Will Louis Vuitton introduce an autonomous vehicle service in the future? We think so, and here's why. LVMH does the unconventional thing to great success. LVMH understands culture. LVMH makes unconventional decisions to great success, such as appointing Mr. Pharrell Williams as the new men's creative director for Louis Vuitton in February. Mr. Williams' first show on Tuesday, June 20th was a huge success. Rave reviews from the fashion industry and financial press alike. His debut collection at Louis Vuitton successfully blended his unique style with luxury, a move that is a reflection of the overall LVMH strategy. It's a strategy that is working. Since 1987, LVMH has deployed a captive, vertically integrated, innovative business model that has defined culture, ushered in global trends anchored by their 75 prestigious brands. It's this business model and clear understanding of culture that will enable LVMH to inaugurate and introduce a Louis Vuitton autonomous vehicle service in select markets around the world. With 79 billion euros in 2022 revenues and a gross profit margin of 68.4%, LVMH has the financial wherewithal to propose ambitious projects that further broadens the group's brands into popular culture, just like the appointment of Mr. Williams as men's creative director for Louis Vuitton. LVMH has a rich history of making unconventional decisions to great success. After the group's $15.8 billion acquisition of Tiffany and Company in January 2021, LVMH expanded the Tiffany brand into NFTs with the introduction of 250 custom jewel-encrusted pendants for holders of the CryptoPunks NFTs at a price point of $50,000 apiece, followed by the collaboration with Nike for the Nike Tiffany Air Force One 1837 shoes. The Tiffany & Company decisions were partly influenced by Mr. Alexandre Arnault. Mr. Arnault understands culture and partnerships. He has clearly demonstrated this from his time and expertise at leading luxury maker Rimowa, where the brand collaborated with Off-White, Fendi, Supreme, and LA-based artist Alex Israel. A collaboration with Colt Streetwear brand is not considered a luxury product, nor is an NFT or a pair of white sneakers, but it worked, as these brands successfully combine luxury and culture to create financial success for LVMH. The next big collaboration, in our opinion, is Autonomy and Louis Vuitton. As autonomous vehicles expand beyond California, Arizona, Nevada, Texas, they'll become part of the cultural zeitgeist. When autonomous vehicles become part of the cultural zeitgeist, the only thing to differentiate them will be the experience. The experience. This is exactly where LVMH is poised to prosper. At its core, LVMH is an experience business that is vertically integrated with luxury product offerings. To achieve this collaboration and to usher in a future with a Louis Vuitton autonomous vehicle service, a partnership between Louis Vuitton and one of the world's leading autonomous vehicle companies is crucial to achieving this and making this a reality. Once the partnership is established, we envision Mr. Peter Marino designing the interior of the vehicle, with the LVMH innovation team creating new, immersive, exclusive in-vehicle shopping experiences. A Louis Vuitton autonomous vehicle would further extend the group's reach into the cultural zeitgeist, while accelerating the revenue growth of LVMH's Selective Retailing and Other Business Group. Today, the Selective Retailing and Other Business Group accounts for 31% of revenue in the United States, 12% in Europe, excluding France, and 10% of revenue in Asia. What these markets all have in common is that autonomous vehicles are currently operating on public roads, in addition to a favorable regulatory environment for the deployment of autonomous vehicles. Let's take a step back for a moment and imagine what a Louis Vuitton autonomous vehicle service could look like in the future. Imagine you're flying to Italy, landing in the Milan airport. Upon landing, you are greeted and whisked away to a waiting Louis Vuitton autonomous vehicle that is provisioned with a perfectly chilled bottle of Dom Perignon or Krug for you and your guests to enjoy on the drive to the Splendido in Portofino, Italy, a roughly 2-hour and 30-minute drive from Milan. When you're relaxing and enjoying your champagne upon your ride, at some point you'll be offered the opportunity to purchase an exclusive, bespoke Louis Vuitton handbag that can only be purchased during that ride on your way to the Splendido in Portofino. Upon your arrival to Splendido, you'll receive your bespoke handbag presented in a beautiful packaging inspired by the Italian Riviera and the craftsmanship dedicated in Italy. When this moment happens, LVMH will just have ushered in the world's most luxurious and profitable autonomous vehicle ride in history. As Louis Vuitton fashion and leather goods have a 40% operating margin. For a bespoke bag costing $10,000, this experience netted LVMH $6,000 in operating profit, all while creating an immersive, luxurious experience for the guests and their companions. This is what vertical integration looks like, as LVMH owns a Splendido, a Belmont Hotel, Dom Perignon, Krug, Louis Vuitton, and soon they will own and operate a Louis Vuitton autonomous vehicle service. This is the future of LVMH. This is why, in our opinion, LVMH will introduce an autonomous vehicle service. A Louis Vuitton autonomous vehicle service, a matter of fact. Oh, and if you need help building an LVMH, send me a note. I'm happy to help. The future is bright. The future is autonomous. The future is a Louis Vuitton autonomous vehicle service.